Good evening. Welcome to the 239th Hootenanny here at Dornan's. It's good to see such a full crowd here tonight. Not as full as we have been having, but we'll see how many other people show up. We do have a full list of entertainers tonight, so I think you'll have an enjoyable evening. If there are any newcomers here tonight, welcome. We do this every Monday night, have been for 4.5 years now. And we ask but two things. And the first is, please no smoking in here for the rest of the evening. And the second thing is, we invite everyone to join us in what has become a tradition here at Dornan's of not talking while the performers are on the stage, since this is acoustic folk music. It's listening type music. A brief announcement about some upcoming concerts here. I hope you lucky ones who got a ticket to see Bill Staines will enjoy him tomorrow night. It is sold out, but he comes here every year, has been, I guess, for, I saw on the poster, 13 seasons. So he's been here, coming to Jackson for a long time. And then in a couple weeks, or another week, Judd Grossman will be giving a concert here. One of the other traditions we have is that when he is here, and he most always is, when Bill Briggs is here, he always starts the evening out. And Bill is the director of the ski school at Snow King Mountain, has been a member of the Stagecoach Band for 28 years, one of the original members, plays there every Sunday night, and it was very active in folk music here starting in the late 50s. Had what were known as Teton tea parties that started under the bridge here in 1957, and then up at the Climbers Campground at Jenny Lake, the old CCC camp, and then up to Guides Hill. Bill also entertains during the winter at Snow King Resort. This is Bill Briggs.
Hey!
I tried to practice, and it's hopeless. And the only thing I can do is just get in front of an audience, or get an audience in front of me, and try to play the song. And I've only been trying to do this for 2 years. And now you're gonna suffer. Anyway, these are haunting type songs that I've sort of gotten into playing, and a friend of mine who went to college with, Bob Coltman, had a number of these, of which this is one. As I walked out one firmy morning to take the sweet and pleasant air, who should I spy but a fair young maiden who whose cheeks were like the lily fair. I quickly stepped up unto her, saying, would you like to be a sailor's wife? Oh, no, kind sir, I'd rather tarry and remain single all my life. What makes you differ from all human kindness? What makes you far from all womankind? For you are fair, so young and handsome. It's you I'd marry if you are so inclined. Truth to you I'll quickly tell. I could have married 3 years ago to one John Riley. I can't forget him, for he's the cause of all my woe. Don't think on Riley, and do forget him, and sail with me to a distant shore. Oh, we'll set sail for Pennsylvania. God do kind friends forevermore. Oh, no, kind sir, I'll not go with you. I'll not go to that distant shore. My heart's with Riley. Anyway, I had a friend that came out to the Stagecoach last night, and I was hoping he could make it up tonight here. But he's playing in London. I haven't played music with him for 40 years, but he plays in a pub in London. Maybe he'll make it, who knows. When I'm lonely, dear white heart, dark the night or wild the sea, by love's light my foot finds the old pathway to thee. sad am I without thee. Oh, when thou art the music of my heart, harp of joy, Kushlamukri, moon of guidance by night, light and strength, thou art to me. Bear me o'er, over and o'er. Bear me o'er, over and o'er. Bear me over and o'er. Sad am I without thee. Thank you.
That was Bill Briggs, and you'll be seeing a lot of Bill tonight. Next, we have one of our original regulars here who's been gone. She moved out to California, just comes back occasionally now. Delighted to have her back. This is her 108th time here at the Hootenanny. This is Adrienne Ward.
These are beautiful new stools. I understand we have a kindly gentleman to thank for them.
Just for you.
Comfy, and they fit. Well, I'm here mostly because we just finished a Gates of Lador trip on the Green River. I'm still scratching a little, and my husband went off to Washington, D.C., and I said, well, I'm not going to go home to California. I can go to Jackson. So here I is. This is an oldie but moldy, but it's one where the woman gets back at the man. She actually wins. This didn't happen that much in antique folk songs. So it's not really funny, but I like the concept. There was a youth, a cruel youth. He lived beside the sea. 6 pretty maidens he drowned there by the lonely willow tree. And as he walked forth with Sally Brown, as he walked by the sea, an evil thought there came to him by the lonely willow tree. So he gives her orders. Oh, turn your back to the water's side, your face to the willow tree. 6 pretty maidens I've drowned here, and you the 7th shall be. Now I think he was one of them cross-dresser types like somebody else sings a song about, because he then said, but first take off your golden gown. Take off your gown, said he, for though I am going to murder you, I would not spoil your finery. So back then, women were more modest, and men went along with it. Then turn around, you false young man. Then turn around, said she. For it is not meet that such a youth a naked woman should see. Damn fool. So he turned around, that false young man. He turned around, did he? And seizing him boldly in both of her arms, she cast him into the sea. Lie there, you false young man. Lie there, said she. 6 pretty maidens you've drowned there. Go keep them company. And he sank beneath the icy waves. He sank down into the sea. Not a living soul shed a tear for him, but the lonesome willow tree. Oh, whoops. That doesn't, I'll put it back for them. This is a song I writ for Jackson, more or less. It's called Property Rights. Some of you have heard it before. It's about a zillionaire. I don't know if we have any official zillionaires in Jackson yet, but they're probably coming. I stole the tune from somewhere else. There came a zillionaire to a place quite near to Jackson Hole. He bought a rancho there, deluxe as it could be. He walked the boundaries. This is my property. Never will I share it with another human being. So you can figure out the plot of the song from that line. First came the fisherman wading up the trout stream there, casting his line about as merry as can be. Out came the zillionaire with 7 Dobermans. Never will I share it with another human being. Next came the bicyclist on his sturdy mountain bike, zooming down the sagebrush hills, speedy as can be. Out came the zillionaire, now with a shotgun there. Never will I share it with another human being. Then came the elk hunters on their little ATVs. Permits in hand they came a-driving up his road. Out came the zillionaire, locked up his cyclone fence. Never will I share it with another human being. Then there's an instrumental break which I can't do. Then came the forest fires, as they do quite frequently, burning both hill and dale, carefree as can be. Out came the zillionaire, where is the fire crew? Down upon the county road, admiring your fence.
see. The moral of that story is don't be a millionaire. Is that right? I don't know. Adrienne Ward, good to have her back. All right, we've got a fellow that's comes around only rarely, but he's a wonderful performer. Plays here and there, and I don't know where he's been lately. Maybe he'll tell us. But I have seen him on TV on the occasional time. Guitar player, Western song singer, Joel Elliott.
Hey, Joel. Well, in the words of Gene Autry, oh boy. It's good to be back. This is where the cowboy way crossed paths with the suffering artiste, and so I'll yield my cowboy hat in the tradition of the folk singer, because I know it's not too good to keep your whole face shaded. That was page 1, chapter 1 of the Showbiz Manual. This is unfortunately, I know I haven't been here for, almost 2 years, I think, and I really have missed it, but it just seems like, oh, well, there went another week, and, well, I'll go next week, and there went another week, and so it feels like I haven't been gone, but there sure have been a few changes around here. This is not good or bad, just different, so. And unfortunately, I haven't learned that many new songs, but this is one, and I learned it from Don Edwards, who's kind of the modern cowboy troubadour, or one of several anyway. Was a cowboy I knew in South Texas. His face was burned deep by the sun. Part history, part sage, and part Mexican. He was there when Pancho Villa was young, and he'd tell you a tale of the old days, when the country was wild all around. Sit out under the stars of the Milky Way and listen while the coyotes howl. They'd go, ooh, yip, ooh, yip, ooh. Ooh, yip, ooh, ooh, yip, ooh. Ooh, yip, ooh, yip, ooh. Ooh, yip, ooh, yip, ooh. Now the Longhorns are gone, the Drovers are gone, the Comanches are gone, and the Outlaws are gone. Geronimo's gone, and Sam Bass is gone, and the Lion is gone, and the Red Wolf is gone. Well, he'd curse all the roads and the oil men, and he'd curse the automobile. He'd say, this is no place for an hombre like I am, in this new world of asphalt and steel. Then he'd look off someplace in the distance, something only he could see. He'd say, all that's left now are the old days, and damned old coyotes and me. And they go, ooh, yip, ooh, yip, ooh. 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 Now the Longhorns are gone, and the Drovers are gone, the Comanches are gone, and the Outlaws are gone. Quantrill's gone, Stanwaty is gone, and the Lion is gone, and the Red Wolf is gone. One morning they searched his adobe. He disappeared without even a word. But that night, as the moon crossed the mountain, one more coyote was heard, and he'd go, ooh, yip, ooh, yip, ooh. 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 More coyotes. Well, this I found way back stashed in the folk singers archives. My little brain. Well, thanks, Bob. Glad to be back. Anyway, I'm gonna combine this. Usually I do a lot of cowboy tunes, and that's kind of what I do to make a living, part of the time, part of a living. Anyway, as I was saying, this is kind of an old folk song from John Prine with some profound words of advice for all of us. It's called The Spanish Pipe Dream. She was a level-headed dancer on the road to alcohol, and I was just a soldier on my way to Montreal. Well, she pressed her chest against me about the time the jukebox broke, gave me a peck on the back of my neck, and these are the words she spoke. Blow up your TV, throw away your paper, move to the country and build you a home. Plant a little garden, eat a lot of peaches, try and find Jesus on your own. Well, I sat there at the table and I acted real naive, for I knew that topless lady had something up her sleeve. Well, she danced around the barroom and she did the hoochie coo. Yeah, she sang her song all night long, telling me what to do. Blow up your TV, throw away your paper, move to the country and build you a home. Plant a little garden, eat a lot of peaches, try and find Jesus on your own. Well, I was young and hungry and about to leave that place, when just as I was leaving, well, she looked me in the face. I said, you must know the answer. She said, no, but I'll give it a try. And to this very day, we've been living our way. And here is the reason why. We blew up our TV, threw away the paper. We moved to the country and built us a home. Had a lot of children, fed them on peaches, and they all found Jesus on their own. Thank you.
Joel, he's always good to have around. Boy. Maybe he'll come back again real soon, who knows. Now we have another Western cowboy type singer. He likes these songs. Gene Autry, I think, is his idol. Anyway, I've never seen this guy on a horse. He's always riding a guitar. Here he is, Greg Keckler. Hey, Greg.
Thank you. I'd like to start off things with a real old-time cowboy song. It comes from Gail I. Gardner down Arizona way. It was way high up in the Sire Peaks where the yellow-jack pines grow tall. Rusty Jiggs and Sandy Sam had a roundup camp last fall. Well, they had their ponies and their running irons, and there may be a dog or two. And they allowed to brand every lop-eared calf to come within their view. Now many a lop-eared dogie that didn't bush up by day had his long ears whittled and his old hide sizzled in a most artistic way. Says Rusty Jig to Sandy Sam as he throwed his sago down, I'm tired of cow biography, so I figures I'll go to town. And he saddles up and he hits him a loper, there weren't no sight of a ride. And them was the days when an old cow punch could all up as dry inside. So the starts are in at Kentucky Bar at the head of the Whiskey Road. And they winds her up at the depot house some 40 drinks below. Then they sets him up and they turns around and they goes in the other way. I'll tell you the Lord's forsaken truth, them boys got drunk that day. Well, as they was a-headed back to camp and a-packing a mighty good load, well, who should they meet but the devil himself come prancing down the road. Well, the devil, he says, you cowboy skunks, you better go hunt your holes, 'cause I've come up from hell's rim rocks to gather in your souls. Well, Rusty Jigs, devil, oh, I know we're tight. No devil ever took an old cow punch without one kind of a fight. So he punches a hole in his old throw rope and he throws it straight and true. He caught the devil right around the horns, he took his dallies too. Now Sandy Sam was a Riata man with his gut line coiled up neat. He shakes her out and he builds him a loop and he caught the devil's hind feet. They had tailed him down on the desert ground while the irons was a-getting hot. They cropped and swallowed, forked his ears, and branded him up a lot. Then they pruned him up with a dehorn and saw tied knots in his tail for a joke. And they left him up bellerin' there, necked up to a blackjack rope. So if you're ever up in the Syrie Peaks and you hear one hell of a wail, you'll know it's nothing but the devil himself a-raising hell about the knots in his tail. Thank you. Keep it Western for you. Oh, carry me back to the lone prairie where the coyotes howl and the wind blows free. And when I die, you can bury me beneath the western skies on the lone prairie. I'm a roving cowboy far away from home, far from the prairie that I used to roam, where the dogies wander and the wind blows free. Oh, my heart is yonder on the lone prairie. I'm a roving cowboy far away from home, far from the prairie that I used to roam, where the dogies wander and the wind blows free. Oh, my heart is yonder on the lone prairie, on the lone prairie, on the lone prairie, on the lone prairie, on the lone prairie. Thank you very much.
Greg Keckler. We move ahead here. We've got, I thought he's going to be gone for a couple of Mondays here. He's back going out promoting his, or researching a new novel, maybe. Who knows what he's doing? Maybe he'll tell us what he's doing. Anyway, wonderful folk singer, John Cook.
I just wanted you to see this shirt once, so I normally... You know, it's fairly Western. I like it. I was looking for...
Your outfit,
I was...
you are a cowboy.
Yeah. Oh, no. The guy, Pete Carney, get down on me. Pete's been downstairs tonight talking a lot about cowboys don't use capos. And, you know, then he played a B minor chord. I said, cowboys don't play that chord either, you know. So, well, Hank Williams was a terrific songwriter and singer, and well, I'll let you figure out what kind of day he was having when he wrote this song. I'm proud and happy to have Doug the fiddle player up here because he's going to stay here for both tunes, and he really makes me feel good having a little fiddle in the background. Everybody's lonesome for somebody else, but nobody's lonesome for me. Everybody's longing for somebody else, but nobody's longing for me. Well, I ain't had a kiss since I fell out of my crib. It looks to me like I've been cheated out of my rib. Everybody's lonesome for somebody else, but nobody's lonesome for me. Everybody's dreaming about somebody else, but nobody's dreaming about me. Everybody's yearning for somebody else, but nobody's yearning for me. Well, I shine up my shoes and then I slick down my hair, put on my Sunday suit, but I ain't going nowhere. Everybody's lonesome for somebody else, nobody's lonesome for me. Everybody's pining for somebody else, but nobody's pining for me. Everybody's crazy about somebody else, but nobody's crazy about me. That threw me. My hand played the wrong chord. Everybody's crazy about nobody else, but nobody's crazy about me. Well, all I need's a bride with a big-hearted groom. All I need is a bride. Jeez. You know, John Stamatellis did this song about 3 months ago, and he forgot the verses, and I said, I know the verses to that song. Wait till you get up here. All I need is a bride who wants a big-hearted groom. I wouldn't care if she came riding in on a broom. Everybody's lonesome for somebody else, but nobody's lonesome for me. Going for verse number 4. Everybody's yearning for somebody else, but nobody's yearning for me. Everybody's longing for somebody else, but nobody's longing for me. When the time comes around for me to lay down and die, I bet I'll have to go and hire me someone to cry. Everybody's lonesome for somebody else, but nobody's lonesome for me. Odelay, 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 odelay. That song, it doesn't belong in a clear category. You know, both country music and folk music have several noted subcategories. The broad category of songs about the relations between the sexes is heart songs in both country and bluegrass. In folk songs, they called it love songs. But there's a subcategory of heart songs which is parting songs. We're going to do one of those. In country, that includes such classics as Thank God and Greyhound She's Gone. And How Can I Miss You If You Won't Go Away. My personal favorites are It Was Hard When I Kissed Her Goodbye and I Just Couldn't Leave Her Behind Alone. My banjo player came up with those this summer. Anyway, this is actually a more serious parting song from the bluegrass tradition, Bill Monroe's song called Cora Is Gone.
singing to me this song. Whippoorwill's call is just a reminder, pretty girls have hearts made of stone. I wake with the blues at dawn, my darling Cora is gone. I don't know why she told me goodbye, but my darling Cora is gone. That she wears, I bought for her fingers, purchased her ring so fine. Gave her my last greenback dollar, now she's gone and left me behind. I wake with the blues at dawn, my darling Cora is gone. I don't know why she told me goodbye, but my darling Cora is gone. 15 along like brush on a river, knowing not where I roam. Going to live in the deep forest, dark hollow will be my new home. I wake with the blues at dawn, my darling Cora is gone. I don't know why she told me goodbye, but my darling Cora is gone.
Thank you, Doug and Hank. Thank you.
John Kirk does such a fine job. Even when he makes a mistake, it's good. Old pro. And we have a newcomer. In fact, we've got a few of them tonight. But here's a gal, and she plays without accompaniment, or her own accompaniment. Maybe she's got somebody else. Who knows by now. Anyway, please welcome for the first time here, Kelly James.
Two songs tonight. Both will be singing a cappella, and I hope you enjoy them as much as I enjoy singing them. You don't know me, but I know who you are. Mind if I sit down? Do I look familiar? If I don't, well, I should. I'm sure you've seen me around. You probably heard my name, though we've not been introduced. I'm the fool in love with the fool who's still in love with you. If you got a minute, I'll buy you a drink. I've got something to say. Might sound crazy, but last night in his sleep, I heard him call out your name. This ain't the first time he's done it before, and it's hard to face the truth. But I'm the fool in love with the fool who's still in love with you. I know love is a fragile thing, and I'm trying hard to make it last. But it ain't easy holding on to my dream when he's holding on to the past. Just one more thing before I go. I'm not here to put you down, but you don't love him, and that's a fact. Girl, I've seen you around, but you hold his heart in the palm of your hand, and it's breaking mine in two. 'Cause I'm the fool in love with the fool who's still in love with you. Yes, I'm the fool in love with the fool who's still in love with you.
And my second song is For the Broken Heart by Reba McEntire.
There were no angry words at all as we carried boxes down the hall. One by one we put them in your car. Nothing much for us to say. One last goodbye and you drove away. I watched your taillights as they faded in the dark. I couldn't face the night in the lonely bed, so I laid upon the couch instead. Last night I prayed the Lord my soul to take. I'm sorry. Last night I prayed the Lord my soul to keep, and as I cried myself to sleep, I was so sure my life. I'm sorry. Forgetting the words up here. Get kind of nervous. So sure life without you. But all the sun is blinding me as it wakes me from the dark. And guess the world didn't stop for my broken heart. Clock still ticking, life goes on. Radio still plays a song as I try to put my scattered thoughts in place. Called to see if I'm okay. I looked out my window and I just say, last night I prayed the Lord my soul to keep, and then I cried myself to sleep. So sure life couldn't go on without you. But all the sun is blinding me as it wakes me from the dark. Guess the world didn't stop for my broken heart. I guess the world ain't gonna stop for my broken heart.
Kelly James, good to have her aboard. Moving on here, we get our my fellow cohort here sings a song, sometimes a little bit on the risque side, generally once an evening. Or he might give us a ballad, a long ballad. Who knows what he's got for us tonight? Here is Dick Barker.
Thank you. Barbara and I took a sailing vacation last spring. and I got the significant part of the bill for it yesterday. So I'm going to do a couple sad sailing songs. Now the sailor's life is a weary life. He robs the girls of their delight, causes them to weep, causes them to mourn. Loss of a true love, never to return. Father, oh Father, build me a boat on the world's oceans. I will float. Hail each captain as they pass by. Have you seen my sailor boy? Oh Captain, tell me true, does my own Willie sail with you? Tell me soon to give me joy. Have you seen my sailor boy? Oh no, kind lady, he is not here. He died in the Gulf. We buried him there on the island as we passed by. There we left your sailor boy. Oh, she wrung her hands, she tore her hair, just like some lady in great despair. Called for a chair to sit her down, pen and ink to write it down. Oh, dig my grave wide and deep, put a marble stone at my head and feet. On my grave a turtle dove to tell the world I died for love. Oh, the sailor's life is a weary life. He robs the girls of their delight causes them to weep, causes them to mourn. Loss of a true love, never to return.
Thank you.
Well, it's my turn to sing this one because I think Jack Hyler did last time. We swap off on such things. This is another one of the old ballads. There was a ship that sailed out on the lowland sea, and the name of our ship was the Golden Vanity. We feared she would be taken by the Spanish enemy as she sailed in the low and lonesome low, as she sailed in the lowland sea. Then up stepped the cabin boy and boldly outspoke he. He said to our captain, "What would you give to me if I would swim alongside of that Spanish enemy and sink her in that low, lonesome low, sink her in the lowland sea?" Now I would give you silver, I would give you gold, and my own fairest daughter your bonny bride shall be, if you will swim alongside of that Spanish enemy and sink her in that low and lonesome low, sink her in the lowland sea. So the boy, he made him ready, overboard sprang he. He swam alongside of that Spanish enemy, and with his brace and auger in her sides he bored holes 3. He sank her in that low, lonesome low, sank her in the lowland sea. Then quickly he swam back to the cheering of the crew, but the captain would not heed him, his promise he did rue. He scorned his poor entreatings when loudly he did sue. He left him in that low and lonesome low, left him in the lowland sea. Then roundabout he turned, he swam to the port side, up unto his messmates full bitterly he cried, "Oh, messmates, draw me up, for I'm drifting with the tide, and I'm sinking in that low, lonesome low, sinking in the lowland sea." So his messmates drew him up, but on the deck he died. They stitched him in his hammock, which was so fair and wide. They lowered him overboard, he drifted with the tide. They left him in that lonesome low, left him in the lowland sea. Thank you very much.
Dick Barker. We have another newcomer, but I don't think he's stranger to the stage. Been playing music, I guess, up at Jackson Lake Lodge all summer long. Tried to get down here once in a while. Here is John Marshall.
Walking for pleasure, I spied a young cowpuncher loping along. His hat was throwed back and his spurs were a-jingling, and as he approached he was singing this song. Whoopee-tie-I-O, get along little doggies, it's your misfortune and none of my own. Whoopee-tie-I-O, get along little doggies, you know that Wyoming will be your new home. Well, it's early in the springtime, we round up the doggies. We mark them and we brand them and we bob off their tails. Then we cut herd and the herd is inspected. And then we throw them all down the long trail. Whoopee-tie-I-O, get along little doggies, it's your misfortune and none of my own. Whoopee-tie-I-O, get along little doggies, you know that Wyoming will be your new home. Well, your mother was raised away down in Texas, where the Jimson weeds and the sandburrs grow. We'll fill you up with prickly pear and cholla and throw you on the trail to Idaho. Whoopee-tie-I-O, get along little doggies, it's your misfortune and none of my own. Whoopee-tie-I-O, get along little doggies, you know that Wyoming will be your new home. Well, if I ever marry, it will be to a widow with 14 children, not one of them my own. If I ever marry, it'll be to a widow with a great big ranch and a 2-story home. Whoopee-tie-I-O, get along little doggies, it's your misfortune and none of my own. Whoopee-tie-I-O, get along little doggies, you know that Wyoming will be your new home. Thank you very much. You know, it's taken me 5 years to get here. Fallen, then I would not have found you. Angel flying too close to the ground. And I patched up your broken wings set you for a while, trying to keep your spirits up and your fever down. Fly on by the speed of sound. I'd rather see you up than see me down. Believe me if you need to, darling, I'll still remember. Angel flying too close to the ground. Leave me if you need to, darling, I'll still remember. Angel flying too close to the ground. Willie Nelson, thank you very much.
John Marshall. We have next up our historian tells us the background for all these wild songs that we have here that he brings in. He keeps pace, I think, with the number of hoots that we have here. He has a new song every hoot. About 239 of them now. What you got for us tonight, Jack? 262, all right. Here's Jack Hyler.
Nothing new tonight. The first 200, I tried to not repeat myself, but since then I've just been repeating and adding one once in a while. This song is almost as old as the song Dick sang. That was about the Spanish Armada. This song was a favorite song. Any of you hear of Samuel Pepys' Diary? Yeah. Well, this was the favorite song of Samuel Pepys in 1640. It's not a cheerful number either. It's called Barbara Allen. 'Twas in the merry month of May, when all the buds were swelling, sweet William on his deathbed lay, for the love of Barbary Allen. He sent his servant to the town, where she might be a dwelling. My master's sick and sent for you, if your name be Barbary Allen. Then slowly, slowly she got up, and slowly she drew nigh him. And all she said when she got there was, "Young man, I think you're dying." "Oh yes, I'm sick and very sick, and death is on me dwelling. I ne'er shall see the day again if I don't get Barbary Allen." Oh, do you remember in Scarlet Town, when in the tavern drinking, you gave a health to the ladies all round, but slighted Barbary Allen? Oh yes, I remember in Scarlet Town, when in the tavern drinking, I gave a health to the ladies all round, but my heart to Barbary Allen. Then slowly, slowly she got up, and slowly she passed by him, and all the bells they seemed to ring, hard-hearted Barbary Allen. She looked to the east, she looked to the west. She saw a corpse a-comin'. Oh, bring him here and lay him down, that I may gaze upon him. Oh, mother, mother, make me a bed, and make it soft and narrow. Sweet William died for me today, I die for him tomorrow. Now Barbara was buried in the old churchyard. Sweet William lay beside her. From one grave sprang a red, red rose. From the other grew a briar. They growed and growed to the old church top, till they could grow no higher. They growed and growed, then they tied a love knot. The rose wrapped round the briar. That metaphor of the rose and the briar seemed to catch popular imagination, and it appears in lots of other folk songs. But it was first in Barbara Allen. I know where I'm going. I know who's going with me. I know who I love. And my dear knows who I'll marry. Some say he's black, but I say he's bonny. Fairest of them all is my handsome, winsome Johnny. I have stockings of silk and shoes of bright, bright green leather, combs to buckle me hair, and a ring for every finger. Feather beds are soft and painted rooms are bonny, but I would trade them all for my handsome, winsome Johnny. I know where I'm going. I know who's going with me. Thank you.
Jack Hyder. We've got another newcomer. First time here. I don't know what he's got for us, and I don't know where he's coming from, but I hope he will fill us in. This is Philip Troutman.
I guess that means that Bill doesn't remember giving me skiing lessons when I was 7. That's all right. I did grow up here in Jackson. Of course, like a lot of kids, when time for college came around, I moved away and didn't get around to moving back until just a few years ago, but I'm happy to be back. The first song that I'm going to sing is a song that I wrote. The reason I'm singing my own songs, although everyone seems to be singing sort of classics tonight, is you don't know what they're supposed to sound like. So. But this is a song about the place that I grew up, and I'll just play it. There's a place in the mountains not very far from here. It's a place in the mountains, and it's a place that I hold dear. And every time I see it, well, it still just leaves me weak. And though you may not know it, it's a place called Willow Creek. Cold water run over the stones, cold water beside the clear, cool water is the place I want to be. Went there as a child, almost every day. I went there seeking solace, and I went there to play. I waded through clear water and I followed hidden trails. And the magic that it works on me is a thing that never fails. Cold water run over the stones. Cold water run into my bones. Cold water run down to the sea. Beside the clear, cool water is the place I want to be. I went to California, I thought to seek my fame. I went to California and I thought to make my name. But I knew something was missing, though its name I could not speak. And now I know it was a place called Willow Creek. Cold water run over the stones. Cold water run into my bones. Cold water run down to the sea. Beside the clear, cool water is the place I want to be. It's a name that hides its meaning, a name that's often shared. Yet no name would do justice to the beauty that lives there. Oh, the moose and elk and eagles, the beaver and the deer. And the silver thread that binds them all is the water running clear. Cold water run over the stones. Cold water run into my bones. Cold water run and clear blue sky. I consign to you my spirit on the day that I should die.
Okay, the second song I'm going to play is one about working. I wrote it during tax season. Hopefully you'll see why. Guess another week is through. I still got more work to do. Clean the house and pay the bills. Say so long to weekend thrills. Wash the glasses, scrub the plates. No time for exercise or dates. Ask what kind of life is this? Where are all the things I miss? Sunday always seems the worst. All this pain is pre-rehearsed. I know that tomorrow's Monday. Why can't I have just one fun day? Do these taxes that I hate get to bed and not too late to make these dark clouds go away? Sometimes I just have to say, well, if I can't get it done today, it don't matter anyway. And if I don't finish it tomorrow, it won't cause me too much sorrow. Just sit here and write some songs, read some books, right some wrongs. Today I'm gonna sit and play. Tomorrow is another day. If I can't get it done today, it don't matter anyway. And if I don't finish it tomorrow, it won't cause me too much sorrow. Just sit here here and write some songs, read some books, right some wrongs. Today I'm gonna sit and play. Tomorrow is another day. Thank you.
Oh dear, your past comes back. He wasn't very big when I taught him. All right, good. Philip Troutman. And now we come to the serious part of the evening. We have a guy comes up here from Pinedale and gives us a song or two here, and it has a character to it that you can't find anywhere else. This is it. Pete Carney.
Where's that renegade brother of yours?
Bill didn't teach me how to ski. He didn't have a snow shovel. Dig me out. I've tried to out-old-timer these guys. I've tried to out-cowboy them. I've tried everything. You can't get any older in these songs unless you do something out of the Mozart Requiem Mass. Rex tremende majestatis, flammis acribus addictis. It just doesn't work in this room. Doesn't work in this room. Then I was going to do Tie Knots in the Devil's Tail. Already been done. But I can do some Mexican tunes. I don't think you guys have heard this one. It's called Malagueña Salerosa, which is about a girl from Malaga. Salerosa, I guess, means salty. I mean, well, not really. It means beautiful. Unless you want me to sing something funny. I don't know. That's pretty serious. Then I got the rest of the band to join in here in a minute. This is a pretty serious one. Qué bonitos ojos tienes debajo esas dos cejas, debajo esas dos cejas. Qué bonitos ojos tienes. Ellos me quieren mirar, pero si tú no los dejas, pero si tú no los dejas, ni siquiera parpadear. Malagueña Salerosa, besar tus labios quisiera, besar tus labios quisiera, con el candor de una rosa. Con el candil de una rosa. Ay, hechicera, eres linda y hechicera, con el candor de una rosa. Con el candil de una rosa. All right, enough clowning around. Let's get serious now.
Uh-oh.
Here comes the boy. John, what are you doing? John, what are you doing? Oh. He won't even be in tune when he gets here. Give him a B and it'll be flat when he gets done with it.
That's one forgot.
All right. Let's see if Jerome's in tune.
Where's the shirt, John?
Wait a second. This is an old bluegrass standard.
That's enough.
That's good enough for us, huh?
Now you're gonna put on a capo.
Yep.
Stiller?
Capo, and I'm gonna go play the caboy.
But caboys don't use capos.
Hey, you know how you can tell he's a real cowboy?
Yeah.
He's wearing hiking boots. Now, why would a real cowboy wear hiking boots?
Because his horse died.
So he won't be mistaken for a truck driver.
That's right. All right. This one's a song about a little Nellie. Just doesn't get any more folky than that. It's about the snowfall, too, which is pretty apropos, considering it's just around the corner. Well, some folks like the summertime when they can walk about. Strolling through the meadow green, it's pleasant, there's no doubt. But give me the wintertime when the snow is on the ground. I found her when the snow is on the ground. Well, I found a little footprints in the snow. I found a little footprints in the snow, Lord, Lord. I'll bless that happy day when Nellie lost her way. And I found her when the snow was on the ground. When I stepped out to see her, there was a big round moon. But her mama said she'd just gone out and would be returning soon. But I found her little footprints and I traced them through the snow. And I found them when the snow was on the ground. I found a little footprints in the snow. I traced the little footprints in the snow, Lord, Lord. I bless that happy day when Nellie lost her way. And I found her when the snow was on the ground. All right, find her, Hank. In the snow, I found little footprints in the snow, Lord, Lord. I bless that happy day, hey, when Nellie lost her way, and I found her when the snow was on the ground. All right, I got that one. Up in heaven, she's with that angel band. I know I'm gonna see her in that promised land. But every time the snow falls, it brings back memories. Where I found her when the snow lit on the ground. I found a little footprints in the snow. I traced little footprints in the snow, Lord, Lord. I bless that happy day, hey, when Nellie lost her way. And I found her when the snow lit on the ground.
Happy Pete Carney. Good man. All right. Along with the Wine Cellar Quartet there. And we have up next a fellow from my home state back in Maine. He gives us some awfully good honky-tonk music here. Wayne McKinney.
An old 60s song. Like John said, it was a time of the 60s where I can't remember the song.
Well, get out of my life, woman. You don't love me no more. I said, get out of my life, woman. Yes, you don't love me no more. Get out of my life, woman.
I can't see my way around. I said, get out of my teardrops. I can't see my way around. Get out of my teardrops. I can't see my way around. Hey, take one, sir. You don't love me no more. Well, get out of my life, woman. You don't love me no more. Yeah, get out of my life, woman. Don't want you around no more. Can't see my way around. Well, get out my eyes so too dark. I can't see my way around. Get out my eyes too dark. I don't want you around. Everybody. Thing called Feels So Good. I think Odetta did this back early 70s. Well, I went to the station just to meet a train. They pass on the train. And you know I can't be late. Feeling so good. Yep, I'm feeling so good. Yeah, I'm feeling so good. Feel like I'm falling to jack. Now I got to the station just to meet the train. Can't be late. Yep, feeling so good. Yep, feeling so good. station just to meet that train. Baby's on the train, and you know I can't be late. Feeling so good, yes, feeling so good. Yes, we're feeling so good. Feel like a ball in the drag. Yes, we're feeling so good. Feel like a ball in the drag. Thank you.
Wayne McKinney. Oh, some blues songs there. You know, I'd sing the blues, but I just haven't had it that bad. I want to get one of these guys back up again. Wonderful guitar picker from up here in Buffalo Valley. This is Jerome Young.
I'm gonna get some of these weirdos back up here. Some of my rowdy friends. We got Wayne McKinney on the spoons and slide trombone. We got Doug Woody on the violin. Unless it hadn't been to college, and it's a fiddle. We're gonna play you a little song that you can play basketball by here. A little tune.
Dribble, bro.
You can dribble, yeah. Dribble season's coming up, isn't it? Okay, are we ready, boys?
Me? Take my phone. For all of you who haven't read seen the new Reader's Digest, I guess the scientists have been at work again, and they have discovered an old foodstuff that has proven to be almost 100% effective in reducing the sex drive of heterosexual couples.
What is the food, Jerome?
It's called wedding cake. Some of you remember that, don't you? Here's a little song about that very subject. Frankie and Johnny were sweethearts. Oh, what a couple in love. And they swore to be true to each other, just as true as stars above. He was a man, but he was doing her wrong. Frankie and Johnny went out walking, Johnny in his brand new suit. Lord have mercy, said Frankie, don't mind me, Johnny look cute. He's my man, I think he's doing me wrong. Johnny says, I gotta leave you, babe, won't be gone too long. Honey, don't you worry about me, don't you miss me while I'm gone. He was a man, but he was doing her wrong. Frankie went down to the barroom to get her a bucket of beer. That's when she asked the bartender, is my lover Johnny been here? He's my man, I think he's doing me wrong. Well, I ain't gonna tell you no story, I cannot tell you a lie. I seen his lover Johnny with a gal named Nellie Bly. He may be your man, I know he's doing you wrong. Frankie went down to 12th Street, she didn't go there to have fun. Underneath her long red dress, she carried a big 44 gun. He was her man, but he was doing her wrong. Well, she went around to the back door, she looked in that window so high. There she seen there was a good man, Johnny, just a loving up Nellie Bly. He was her man, but he was doing her wrong. Well, Johnny, he seen Frankie coming. He jumped up and started to run. She said, I caught you red-handed, and she took out that 44 gun. He was her man, but he was doing her wrong. Well, he got down on his knees, said praying won't do no good. Rudy toot toot, she started to shoot, and he fell like a stick of wood. He was her man, but he was doing her wrong. Well, she shot him one time in the left side, down to the floor he fell. Shot him twice more in the right side, there was a new man's face down in hell. He was her man, but he was doing her wrong. Well, the judge said, Miss Frankie, what you doing up here before me? You got yourself in a heap of trouble, call it murder in the first degree. He was my man, but he was doing me wrong. And the foreman of the jury, Mr. Judge, we cannot decide. Some of us think she's guilty, there's them on the other side saying he was a man, he was doing her wrong. Oh, Frankie and Johnny were sweethearts, Lordy, how they could love. They swore to be true to each other, just as true as the stars above. He was her man, he was doing her wrong. He was a... Forgot it.
Jerome Young. All right. Hey, we've got a couple come back for the second time. They just can't stay away, you know. This is Kavoo, Ken and Peggy. Wonderful music.
I'd like to thank you all for making us feel so welcome. We're from your sister state, Arizona, down yonder that way.
That's stretching it, is it?
Stretching it, I know. Well, we have cowboys down there, and we have a friend, Tony Norris, who plays not quite as well as your cowboys here, but very nice music. And we're just kind of city folks, so we do these city kind of songs, but hopefully you can bear with us on that.
But we played the Oktoberfest, and so I thought we should dress accordingly. Thank you.
Bargain for the thrill. Stiff stuff got an act like cooking on a cold flame. What a shame being out of phase. Get stuck, try to laugh, that's the fuck shit to blame rather than where it lays. Oh, settle for what you will. Bargain for the still small voice that's calling you. Always calling, trying to get through. And if you will to listen, you'll hear the well-known name, the one who is bargaining still.
When she plays that thing too loud, I break strings.
This is fully experimental. I've only had this a couple of weeks. It's pretty though, isn't it? Always a new toy. Can play all sorts of things, but just can't play anything very well. So that's okay, I suppose.
Peggy, we've got one thing up here in Wyoming you don't have in Arizona.
What's that?
A governor.
Limit the sky, calling do that. We're going to be again at the Jackson Lake Lodge Blue Heron Lounge this week, starting Tuesday and going through Saturday. If you're not busy, come see us. We'd like to get to know you a little better. Thanks.
Ken and Peggy go by the name of Kavoo. They do have tapes and CDs if you're on. Anyway, we have come to the end of our first go around here. We're going to do this again. We'll have one song each when you get back. That's going to be in about 10 minutes, I hope. Okay, see you then.